Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan and today I'm going to do a book review. Today I'm going to do a book review for Nyxia by Scott Rankin, which I received an e-arc from NetGalley in exchange for an honest review. And this is thusly my honest review. So Nyxia is a science fiction young adult book that just came out on September 12th by Scott Rankin and is the beginning of what I'm gonna guess is a trilogy. It's called the Nyxia Triad, and triad means three, so Nyxia takes place in what I'm guessing is sort of the near-ish future, but not like too near. I'm actually not really sure when this takes place. Like, the only actual reference I think is in it that says that we went to Mars in 2036, I remember, something like that. So it takes place in the future at some point, and it follows our main character, Emmett Atwater, who is from Detroit, who is one of 10 kids chosen by this corporation known as the Babel Corporation to get on a spaceship and go to an alien planet to mine a substance known as Nyxia. And in exchange, they will basically be even better off than if they had won Publishers Clearinghouse. $50,000 a month for life. And like top grade medical care for their family members and all that kind of stuff, which, I mean, if anyone wants to ask me to go to space for that, I would take it. So our main character, Emmett, is one of these 10 kids chosen to do this, but when they get aboard the spaceship, they learn that only 8 of them will actually be chosen, and that while they are, flying on a spaceship to an alien world, they will be competing to choose the 8 who will go down to the planet and mine some stuff for a lot of money. These kids are from all around the world. It's a rather diverse group, which is great. So it's a very competition type book, and all these kids are earning these points and trying to stay ahead of each other, and because, all of them want to make it down there. A lot of them are kind of willing to do whatever it takes to do that, because all of these kids really, really need that money for some reason or another. They're all mostly pretty much poor, or they have sick family members or something. They could just really use that type of stuff. Really, if anyone wants to give me $50,000 a month for life, yeah, I'd mine some shit on an alien planet. I'd do it. Yes, please. I mean, shoot. You even get to go to space. It's a very morality kind of heavy book, and focusing on the competition and doing whatever it takes, and doing what this corporation, the people in charge of them, want them to do, kind of, and questioning whether they should be, or Emmett questions that a lot, what kind of person he wants to be, and whether it's worth it to do something that he wouldn't do just to be able to win the competition. I really enjoyed this book. It was very sort of action-y, thriller kind of heavy. It was kind of exciting and fast-paced and moved really well, and it was exciting to keep turning pages, to see what would happen. So I gave this book a 4 or 4.5 out of 5 stars, which is pretty good. It's not quite 5 stars, but it's a really good book. I really enjoyed this, like, a lot. Despite this taking place, this entire book takes place on a spaceship called the Genesis 11, and there is not much space in this book. And, I mean, I know that it's mostly focusing on the competition, and they're all sort of inside the ship. They're not really doing spaceship-y stuff. They're just competing while in a spaceship, so spaceship is, just a footnote more than anything else, and so is space. This Nyxia substance, which is sort of at the center of everything, obviously, is obviously, it's the name of the book. Nyxia is sort of this black substance that's found on this planet that I can't remember the name of. I want to say Eden, because it's probably called Eden. Like, if you don't know a name of a planet in a sci-fi book, it's probably Eden. Let's be real. And this Nyxia can sort of do, like, a lot of amazing stuff, and can be, like, controlled with your mind and things, and it's super cool, and doesn't quite make sense, but it's super cool, and it also allows them to travel really fast back to this planet, but the reason that they're hiring these kids to do it is because they've sort of pissed off the aliens that live there, the Adamalites or something, because Adamalites, get it? Adam, Eden. It's really funny, but they sort of don't get along with these people. They've kind of not a very diplomatic relationship, but the Adamalites sort of revere children because they no longer can reproduce. While they wouldn't allow, people who are more capable of mining substances on alien planets to do this, the Adamalites are willing to allow children to do that, though these kids are barely kids, they're teenagers. They're kids. It's a very physical competition that these kids are facing. A lot of it has to do with being physically fit, but it's also sort of a mental one too, because they're sort of like, they're trying to be friends with people, but they're also, aware that these people are basically the enemy, the competition. You don't want to be buddied up too well with someone who could kick your ass and send you to last place. So there's a lot of mental strain there. It has a very big cast of, well, not super big, a reasonably sized cast of characters. There's the 10 kids, and I really thought the characters and the story were pretty solid. Anyway, I greatly enjoyed this book. Would definitely recommend if you enjoy a competition action-y kind of book. I definitely think that the thing that bugged me the most was not knowing what year it takes place in, what year it is. Like, I know that's a really stupid thing to get hung up on, because ultimately it doesn't really matter, but it sort of often felt like it may as well have been 2017 or something, even though I know it's supposed to be farther in the future. Anyway, that's pretty much all I have to say on it. So that completes this video. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you later.